Welcome to my podcast. Today I want to talk about darkness in the aura. Now, we can have many reasons why we have darkness in the aura. However, having darkness in the aura is not a good thing. Our aura is supposed to be full of light. And when the children are born and they come down, and if you check children with a pendulum, ask how much light is in their aura, it will be huge, it will be massive. And then when I ask how much darkness is in their aura, it will be so minimal, almost no darkness. There is a direct correlation between being healthy and being full of light energy, and hardly any darkness, or being unhealthy and being full of darkness. When we see people and they're going to get sick or they're going to die, and we see them psychically, they will often appear as the aura will feel dark. You tune in and you get the word darkness, or you can feel darkness in the aura. That's because they have an absence of light. There's hardly any light now, and it's mostly just dark energy. And it's this energy which I'm talking about today because it's not good for the aura and it won't be good for your health. The darkness can be caused by life down here, all the negativity that we absorb, the toxins that we have all around us that the aura absorbs, the negative mental thought patterns that we have, the negative emotions that we have. All of these things create a darkness and a negativity in the aura, and there's a connection between negativity of all negative experiences and trauma and darkness. It's because it's a low vibration light, so high vibration light is like white light, and when the children come in, they come in from the other side and they bring with them the light. You'll also find people who cross and come back, bring back the light with them because they visited and brought the light back. And this light will sustain and keep them very, very healthy. After I had my accident, I did this meditation, and I was asking to be healed. I was 42 then. I had the most amazing experience where I was doing the meditation and my whole third eye and the whole room just exploded into light. It was like bang, and all this light came in, and I think that they were just sending a lot of white light to me so I could get over it and get on with my work. You will see the people psychically as having a darkness around them. Sometimes when I'm at the shop, I'll see people and I can sense the darkness around them. Other times I'll be the opposite. I'll be with someone and you'll sense the light. People who have a lot of light in them glow. There's a kind of glow, and I find sometimes that children will look at me because I know they can see, and they will see the white around me. They will see the glow. I've actually had somebody I was working on, and he said to me that he could just see all this white light emanating when I was working, and another person who was working on them saw it as well. They just thought that they got frightened. They thought, oh, I had aliens with me or something, but I didn't. But that was their interpretation. You can send a lot of light to people. We've spoken about this. And all the light that you send to them is high vibration, and it will actually help them. So if you think someone's going through a dark period or they have a lot of darkness in their aura and they can't release it, and you've tried to pray that it be released for them, you just send them lots of white light. And you just keep sending it and sending it and sending it. I just keep sending it every time. And you can attach your thoughts every time you think of their name. You attach that every time I think of their name, I will be sending them love and white light. You can also do it for yourself, and you can bring in the white light. I always bring love and white light in together because I think they're similar and almost the same because they're vibrating high, and you can release any darkness that you have, any negativity that you have, ask for any blocks. I'm always asking for blocks to be removed, and then soon after something comes up and I deal with it and try and release it. The darkness is unhealthy, and I notice that when I check people who are quite sick or I have a feeling that they're going to pass, and I ask with my pendulum how much darkness they have, it will be massive, it will be big, and how much light, and it will be very, very small. It's interesting, isn't it? Like how we are going to the light when we pass, and yet we have so much more darkness. Maybe we need to go to the light, go back to the light. All the practices that you do will help the person and help yourself. Of course, people could reject the healing, and that's a choice they make, but they might pick it up later when they need it, or take it with them to the other side. You can also send light to people on the other side. They've probably got quite a lot of light there, but anyone who's stuck in the healing room or can't move on, and you will have a sense of those people, you just send light to them on the other side. Because even though they're in a expanse of love and light, it doesn't mean that in their actual aura they still are accessing it. The darkness is often what people are going through as well. If they've had loss, or someone has died, or they're suffering from depression, or they're just going through a particularly tough time, when you send the light, it will actually help them to pass through that time. It's like a big energetic bandage that you're sending them, or a big energetic wad of medicine, energy medicine. Keep sending it to them. We never know what we really do when we send that, but people often will need that help psychically. We all have the gift to send love and light to people. It's something that people don't realise. They're doing it all the time when they're saying love you and bye-bye, love you, did I tell you today how much I love you? When you're doing that, you actually are sending love and light to them. However, because you're listening to these podcasts, I suspect that you have the gift to actually send it energetically and spiritually. It is interesting that whenever we see the deities, the prophets, Jesus, all these different people who came down to help, they always have the pictures that their aura, they always got the halo at the top, or seems to be a lot of light with them. And that's because they are full of light, because they've come to bring the light here. Children especially will have it, and that's also why they're bouncing and they have so much energy, because having a lot of light actually means you also have a lot of energy. They kind of go together. So that's why they're still running around at 7 o'clock at night and haven't slept, and you can't even believe they're still awake, and you're like a little dead dog because you haven't had enough sleep when you're a parent. The light will also make you more able to access spirit. So your connection to spirit will be stronger, and the guidance you give people will also be stronger because of the light. So the more light you have, the clearer you'll actually be as a channel or a psychic, and that's a good thing. Have fun with the light. It's the most beautiful light to see. When I saw it, it was stunning. It was so bright and so beautiful. Bring it into your auras all the time. Do it every day, whenever you think about it, and recharge yourself, fill yourself up with white light. It doesn't take more than a few seconds or some thought, and send it to other people. You can also send it to this light where there's darkness around the world. Right now there's problems in Europe, so you send the light to those countries and the leaders, and white light it, send as much white light as you can and love to those areas, because this can help shift the energy and maybe even shift some of the outcomes. I think there's a lot of light workers doing that right now in the world. If there's been a disaster, send light there, white light, to help with the darkness of the disaster. It is something we can all do. The more people that do it, the greater will our recovery be in the earth here. I've seen it before where it looks like there's the globe, like the world, and then around there's a grid, and all these people are working, and they kind of have formed almost like a protection around the world by all the energy work that's been done. So do your part. You have the gift. Really fill yourself up with white light. It'll help your health enormously and your well-being. I'm sending you lots of love, and I'm sending you lots of light. Talk soon.